so that
I'll keep an eye on
you
the
can let people in when
sure.
they, if they start coming in. Because we have a few more minutes before we kick off this training. So hang tight, everyone. We appreciate your presence. We appreciate your energy. And get ready for those questions. We'd love to answer some questions today. It's just going to be the two of us today. It's going to be Chrisana, myself, and everybody who's here. And that is okay. We're going to make sure that we answer every question and hope that you get the best of it. And the way to do that is for you to engage with us so that we're not just talking, talking, talking. So, that being said, I'd like to maybe have you prepare some questions. And then also, if you can um, engage with us and let us know, what club are you representing here? Are you a member? Are you an officer? Have you just recently joined? Are you familiar with pathways? So let's start off with the first question. Where are you coming from? Which club? Let us know in the chat. That would be fantastic. Okay, I'm going to start letting people in. If you're just joining us, thank you. Thank you for being here. We have a few more minutes before we kick off. And our first question of the day is where are you joining from? And are you a club officer? And if so, if you can share with us, what club officer? Are you a VPE? Are you VPM? Are you club president? Are you just recently joining Toastmasters? Let us understand exactly your journey so that we can have these questions and engage with you. We have a few more minutes here before it officially becomes 8 because, you know, as a Toastmaster, we always start on time. At least we try to. Okay, let's see here. Who do we have? Okay. Chrisana is here joining from Hudson River Toastmasters. I am also from Hudson River. I'm also a member of Westchester Advanced Toastmasters. Let's see, we have Pooja here from PMI NJ. Thank you so much for being here. And you're a new member. Fantastic. Welcome to Toastmasters. Welcome to Pathways Training. We'd love to support you. Okay, we have Julius here from Einstein Toastmasters VPM. Thank you so much for being here. Fantastic. Hello, Julius. Anyone else here that would love to share where they're from, which club they're representing, and your if you're a club officer, we love to know about it. And I'm joining from virtual parliamentarian, and I am the new VP. Well, welcome. Welcome. Thank you, Ms. VPE. And that was, I believe, Myra. Is that right? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And so, being that you're the new VP, does that mean you don't have any experience as a VP or just new in this
That is
particular club?
correct. That
Okay,
is
so this is new as a new VPE. Fantastic. Okay. And we have here Marilyn, who's from Mount Vernon Toastmasters and Bronx Advanced Speakers, president of Mount Vernon, okay, and Toastmasters for 5 years. We have seasoned Toastmasters in the house. Okay, Miss Marilyn, we love that. We love that you're here. Anybody else that would love to share in the chat where you're from? And if you're a club officer, and if you're just a member, you're just joining us, that's completely fine. Let us know. We're happy to support you, and we want to make sure that we answer all of your questions. I have a deck here that I'm going to share with you. It's going to be it's going to be engaging. So it's going to be VPEs, members, and we want to hear from you. But before I start, and with that deck, I'm going to have Christina kick us off.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. And this is not a prerequisite, but if you feel loquacious enough, if you could turn on your cameras, we love some visual feedback. Just a little PSA right there. And now we're going to kick in. Thank you so much, Kim. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Pathways Unleash. This is just not just another overview. This is a high energy, eye opening reset designed to help you break free and unlock the full power pathways. Before we begin, a few quick housekeeping notes. So let's keep that interactive. We want to demystify pathways and finally make it work for you. We want to help you choose projects that align with your personal and professional goals, and also create a confident roadmap from your very next speech to distinguished goals. We also want to reignite your motivation and accelerate your growth as a speaker and leader. So basically, welcome. Thank you for spending your Wednesday evening with us. You could be doing so much other things with your time. And so I'm a big fan of personal development. I've been a member of Hudson River Toastmasters since July 2025. And the first time I got oriented was actually working with Kim. And my experience as a new member was such a great positive approach to it. And I give Kim a lot of credit for really rolling out the red carpet for me as a new member. So in that case, I hope that the personal development pathways helps you as well. And now I hand the podium to you, Kim. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chrisana. Thank you so much for that warm welcome. And yes, I am Kim Ortiz, your district pathways chair. I served in several leadership roles over the years, and I've seen pathways from quite a few different angles. So I'm happy to share my experience, but I also want to learn from you, as Chrisana said. So we're going to keep this engaging. And those of you who had just joined us, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for sharing in the chat. Want to keep this chat open. And Chrisana is going to every now and then just remind me that if you guys have a question, to see if I can address it here. Okay. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my slides here. Give me 1 second, and I appreciate your patience. It's just the two of us. It's Chrisana and I who's going to be engaging with you for this evening. Normally, we have a full house of 4, but 2 have actually had stuff going on in life. Don't we all? So let me just go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. Hang on 1 second. Allow. Okay, wait, actually, hang on a second. Okay, let me go back here. Ooh, it's going away a little bit too fast. Hang on a second. Let me just fix that. Bear with me. Okay, so these trainings matter because pathways make more sense in community. When we ask questions and learn together, it feels so much lighter, so that we're not just thinking about it in our head and just continue to just go around in circles answering and asking the same questions. At its core, Pathways is simply Toastmasters learning framework for communication and leadership. When members understand why they're doing a project, confidence increases and engagement follows. And when it feels confusing, that's where we lose momentum. So we get kind of in this stuck phase, right? So the recent updates were designed to simplify. And hang on, I know that maybe some of you are saying, that's not really true. It got me confused. But the recent updates were intended to simplify and make it flexible so learning connects to real life and not just the meetings, right? That's exactly what we're looking for here, right? When we attend our meetings, we want to see how it applies to our real life, right? And so as officers and members, but specifically as officers, I want to remind everybody, we're not here to be experts per se. Your role is going to be the bridge. You're going to be the guide to courage and ask good questions, kind of like what I'm doing here. I'm going to ask you questions, and it's very possible that I don't have the answer, but I'm going to find out. So we're going to go through these questions, we're going to go through these slides, and I'm going to ask you to share it. What's your feedback, your experience, where you stuck, and where we can help and support you, okay? And hang on a second here. And thank you again for being here tonight. If you serve as a member, we love to hear from you. So you can continue to write in the chat where you're from, what's your role like, and bear with me while I just bring up the slides here.
No problem. Take your time, Kim. We are at 24 participants for this evening. What a great turnout. Thank you so much for joining.
It's fantastic. Okay, now that I have this open, let me see if I can share this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still seeing are you seeing my screen or no?
No.
No. That's interesting. Okay, let's see here. Okay. It said, okay, share. Here we go. Okay, do you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, Basecamp made simple, supporting members without the overwhelm. Yes, this is what we want. Okay, again, here's a little intro. Normally, we have a team of 4, Tom, Adam, Chrisana, and myself. Chrisana and I are going to be with you here today. Chrisana kicked it off with our housekeeping session, housekeeping and session orientation. If you could remain mute, but please continue to engage with us by keeping us on our toes and making sure you put information in the chat. Okay, so I'm going to start here. What's one word? How does pathway feel right now? And I gave you here a list. And feel free to put it in the chat, or you can actually name a few. If they come to mind, just go ahead and unmute. What does pathways feel like? Honestly. And there's no judgment here.
Can I select?
Go for it, Lisa. We want to hear from you.
So pathways is helpful.
Okay.
It is organized, refreshing because it's new to me, supportive,
okay,
educational. I guess it's realistic because it's what's happening now. The way I feel, I want to say uncertain, but willing to learn and gain more insight with regards to my role and my place in Toastmasters.
Fantastic. And may I ask, what's your experience? How many years? Are there any years? Are you new or?
I am brand spanking new.
Woo!
I've been in it since November.
Okay, fantastic. And you said everything that it's helpful, it's realistic, and you're applying it in real life. Is that right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else want to share? And feel free to, if you're on maybe the right side and you're saying, I'm feeling confused, I'm feeling stuck, I have no idea, that's totally okay. I just want to make sure that we're supporting everybody, and feel free to be honest. There's no judgment, and I promise not to snitch and tell the trio. Anybody else?
Got some great comments in the chat if you want to check that out, Kim.
Okay, so when I share, I'm not able to see the chat.
Okay, I can
bring
read
it up, so feel free.
So yeah, so it's got keywords such as complicated, unclear, stuck at the moment, lost, uncertain. Just the general Toastmasters educational program wants to use it effectively in real life. We've gotten confusing. We have do not understand why VP can't set me off level 3 and level 4. And someone has said miss the original Toastmasters learning material. So yeah, we've got a good array of feedback.
Okay. And for those who are confused, I hope that we can answer some questions here, and feel free to tell us exactly what part is confusing. Is it all of it? Is there a specific reason, or is it Basecamp per se? You're not getting comfortable there? Have you picked out a path? So let us know exactly so that we can zoom in on those questions, and then we can help support you. But I definitely think in my experience, that putting in time to navigate Basecamp would be a good way to start. And anyone here who's a seasoned Toastmaster, if you agree with that, then let me know. You can raise your hand. And or if there's any maybe feedback that you have that you can share differently. But I definitely think putting in 10 to 15 minutes of your time per week will definitely get you in that comfort level to be able to navigate base camp. And we can go into base camp if that's helpful for everybody, but I want to make sure that I'm covering all of the questions here. So, and thank you so much for engaging with us and keeping us and being honest here. So, and Chrisana will help me in making sure I answer the questions there in the chat. Okay. Okay, so I want to share too, you're not alone in this. That's really what our message is. You're not alone in this journey of Toastmasters. We are your support team. We are actually your backup support team. Your first support team would be your club. But if you feel like maybe one, you're not getting the support that you need, or maybe you're just too shy to ask questions, or maybe I need actually more time with someone to be able to help me break it down, then that's fine too. So, but I would say your first bet, your first attempt would be to work with your club, your VPE. And if you're the VPE and you say, I still need help, then we're happy to help. Okay, so you're not alone. We are your support team. Think of us as partners so you can reach out at any time. I'm going to disclose my contact information at the end of this training. Okay. Has anyone here worked with the Pathways team member before? No? Okay, no problem.
No.
Okay. Okay, so thank you again for being honest here. So no sugarcoating. We're just going to name it and we're going to talk about it and we're going to address your questions. Just make sure you keep us informed of what's going on in your world. Okay, so this isn't a tech training, right? This isn't about just buttons and clicks. This is a leadership conversation. We want to hear from you because Pathway doesn't fail due to technology. It keeps us kind of somewhat stuck and stalled when members feel confused or unsupported. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? Are you still with me? It's 8:15. Make sure you all here with me. Good. Thank you.
We got some thumbs ups.
Okay, fantastic.
All right.
Okay, so if your role is a VPE, here's what I'm going to suggest. You are not an administrator. You are a guide. You are a coach, a momentum builder. We want to maybe start off with some questions and asking them if they're new to the club, what was their goal in terms of joining the club? What do they hope to get out of this journey? And I'm sure it's probably maybe public speaking, communications, or maybe they want to become a leader. All these things can be true, right? Or maybe they just want to be connected and maybe they want to increase their community, their network. All of these things can be true, but I would maybe encourage you to ask the questions. I think sometimes, and you can tell me if this is wrong, and maybe you didn't experience it, but what I've seen is that sometimes we just assume that we give them instructions. Okay, now fend for self. Now figure it out, right? And when we're left to our own devices. Sometimes we get confused, or in my personal experience, it's kind of like, no, that's too hard. So you know what? I'm not going to deal with it. Does that sound something like that's true in your world? Like, I don't want to deal with it because no one explained it to me. It's too hard. I don't want to put in any work to it. So if that part is true, maybe start off with some questions. Again, engaging as much as you can with the member or members. And I think it definitely increase your community. And I think it will definitely increase the membership. So just remember, you are the coach, you're a momentum builder. If you remember anything else, I would say, if you don't remember anything else, You are the coach. You are the champ. You're going to bring them to hit that DTM mark or whatever goal they're trying to hit. Okay. So clarity is what we're aiming for. Everybody, I believe, is always seeking clarity, right? They always want to know what's next. What do we need to do next? Okay, so when members are clear, that's when they're confident. Am I wrong in saying that? When they're unclear, when they don't know what to do next, then they will remain idle, or you see them disconnect, or they don't attend meetings, or maybe they just don't answer emails in general, and you lose some people. So when they're confident is when they actually start giving speeches and they start their projects and they continue and they see it and they build. It's like stacking, right? You just continue. And the game plan is to, right, to continue to ascend. So you continue to ascend, not just do a little and just stay there for a few months. The more you do, the more momentum you build. Okay, so
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Lisa.
A question. So, as a very, I want to say, fairly new member, in my role as a president, right, for 46, we've had a number of meetings. I've gained a lot of confidence. This is the question.
Okay.
So I selected my path and I started working in boot camp. So if I had a question when the club is not in session, I think the person I can connect with is Stella.
Yes, you can connect with any one of the trio.
Okay.
Depends on what the question is. I guess maybe can you zoom in on what the question is and I can help guide you.
Okay.
Directly.
So as a new member and with the role as a president, I want to take on to learn about leadership, to build my confidence,
Okay.
and to be able to be a public speaker.
Okay.
So the meetings that we've had or whatever, okay, I got assistance and everything, but it doesn't come overnight. Like I'm just saying, I want to be able to stand and just, as a president, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? I have guidance, but it's just, I'm feeling like a little bit apprehensive because I want to make sure I am fulfilling the role correctly. Is that clear?
That's absolutely clear. I can relate because I'm a immediate past president and I was president of last year. Who else here is a club president who can relate to Lisa's question? Anybody? Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Lisa, for sharing and being vulnerable. That's exactly what we're looking for here. So
Okay.
I think that my words of advice would be, one is to get comfortable. You have to first get uncomfortable.
Okay.
You have to do it even when it's scary, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the best instructions or the best answers are always within.
Okay.
If we get answers from everybody, then we're not listening to our own self, and we are the stewards of our own ship.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and if you want to maybe go beyond that, my suggestion would be visit other clubs and see how they're engaging, see how the president is handling the meeting, how confident they are, or the questions they're engaging with. Once you start to go and visit other clubs, then you will get more clarity on what you can or cannot or should not be doing in your club.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. And then, there's also the policies that you have on toastmasters.org of what the club president can or should be doing as your responsibilities. But beyond that, if you want to get tactical, maybe visit the other clubs so that you can see what the others are doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I will also take it one step further. There's a WhatsApp chat for the club officers. There's one for VPE, there's one for presidents. If you're feeling concerned and you have questions, all the club presidents there, they can give you feedback. They can share with you.
Okay. How do I obtain the information for the WhatsApp chat? Just go to District 46, or should it be the international where I chime in with that?
If you send me your contact information, I can direct you to, I can have someone support you.
Okay, so should I put it in the chat?
So yes, please put it in the chat. Christina, would you please take note of that? And anybody else who wants to get part of this WhatsApp chat to get more support around the club officers, I'm happy to direct you to that right person. So if you can add that to the chat, if you're not already part of that group. And if you'd love to support Lisa or be part of that group, let us know. That would be fantastic. Okay, so we are always trying to get clarity. Great question, Lisa. Thank you so much for being vulnerable. Most people don't quit pathways because it's hard. They quit because it feels unclear, like it's fuzzy for them. They don't know what to do or how to move forward. And the best bet again would be in community. Ask your questions here, get connected with others who are doing the same thing. And if you want to go beyond that, ask your team or ask us here. Stella also can answer your questions. The trio is there to support you. They're there to support District 46, but they have so much other stuff. But I will say, feel free to ask the questions. We are here. Okay. So clarity creates confidence.
Sorry, Kim.
Okay.
We do have two hands raised for
Oh,
questions.
okay, sure. I can't see them. Go ahead, please.
So I think Anne was first, and then Sandra after Anne.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Hi, thank you. I am in a. You can hear me, yes?
Yes.
I can hear you. Yes.
I'm in a. So we have a private. It's through my business. It's through my company.
Okay.
And I'm the president, and I don't get, and I've been there for a long time. I don't get pathways. It's difficult to get through when you include group stuff, because that's not like that would not be our priority.
What was that priority? Sorry, I missed that.
So sometimes you get within your pathway, you get it like I need to do this group thing, or I need to join other people. So we're sort of bending the rules because that's not my company's priority, but my company pays for it.
Okay, so it's a corporate club. Okay.
Yeah. So I find I'm the president. I find pathways really difficult. It's not intuitive. I just, so I would like help there because I can't help my members, right? Unless I know how to get through the whole thing.
Okay. And we're going to try and have some time to dedicate to getting on pathways. And that way I can help you navigate around base camp. And if maybe those who have not selected a path, then I can walk you guys through that. And thank you so much for your question. And we will try and do our best. But I will also maybe emphasize, if you haven't maybe put it in time for it, it does take some time to get used to it. I'm not gonna lie. It takes time.
But I have put it in time.
What's that?
I have put it in time.
Okay. Okay. So if you can do me a favor, just narrow in what questions specifically that you had that I can address, and I can hopefully add that at the end of the session. Okay. Okay. And who is the other person that has a question?
Sandra.
Okay, Sandra, feel free to go ahead and.
Good evening, Kim. I added the president's WhatsApp chat to our chat.
Oh, Sandra,
Yeah. And I can actually add each officer role
Oh, that's
link to the chat.
See, we are all here supporting each other. Thank you, Sandra, for being here. And it takes a village, right, to make this come together. And
Okay.
I'm so grateful for you, Sandra. And she's going to add that information for Lisa and for anybody else who wants to join that WhatsApp chat. And Sandra's going to help you out there. Thank you so much for being here, Sandra.
My pleasure.
Anyone else have a question or anything that I can support you? Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with and you can also put it in the chat while I continue through my slides. Okay, so where do members get stuck? Well, we said it, we heard it here. It's in pathways or base camp, I should say. And we're going to take a few minutes there to kind of navigate that. But what do you hear most? Is it, I forgot my password, I don't know what to do next, I haven't picked a path? Is it, I don't understand Basecamp? Let's try and zero in on what exactly is the stuck part, and that will help clarify how I can support you. So let's start there. And that way we can troubleshoot these real life problems as opposed to theoretical. So we want to get clear on what we're stuck about. Okay. Okay. So maybe I hear this is what it used to look like. It was a clear path and it was fine up until pathways enhancements. And now it looks like the road is like this. And this is what I'm hearing from people. Is that accurate or is it not accurate? Is that a before and an after? Yes. Okay. I got a thumbs up from Win. I see you. Okay. That's not the intention. Toastmasters International didn't intend for us to make it confusing. In fact, they did it to enhance the experience for us. So we can reframe of this stuckness, this messy middle, and just say, okay, what is this here to teach me? Right? So it's going beyond okay, here are the projects, here are the club meetings. They want members, all members, and not just maybe just the 3 that keep on coming to the club. They want all members to partake in all the roles, which is why they assign specific roles per level. So that way it's not the same people just doing the same roles. So it's now for everybody. Okay, so it's not intended to complicate, it's intended to enhance the experience for everyone, So maybe we can reframe that idea of it's complicated, it's I don't get it, I'm getting stuck. Just think about it in the long run. And once that clicks, once you have that download, like, oh, I get it now, you can get past that and you will get through your project. Okay, so Pathways is about improving. It's becoming more intuitive, but with more improvements. So leadership habits are more in these features, and systems beat software every time. Okay. So if you're wanting to figure out, okay, I need a game plan. How do I do this? And you're a new member or you're a VPE. Here's maybe a goal plan. First 30 days, start strong and you build confidence. How? Log into Basecamp together with the VPE. If you're the VPE, maybe grab your new member and say, okay, let's do this together, side by side. And I did this with Prasanna. I sat down and had a one-on-one conversation. I gave them a high-level overview, Toastmasters International, and then I gave them a high-level overview of Free Toast Host. The two actually work hand in hand, but unfortunately they don't sync. So we have to feed the information into it, right? But once you sit down with the member or you sit down with your VPE, whatever your role is, I think it gets more clear. It gets clearer once you sit down and explain what they're going to be experiencing. First day is log into Basecamp together. You choose your path. And maybe I'd take it an extra step, say, if they say, oh, let me do this on my own. Okay, that's great. Let's come back to me in 2 weeks or whenever the next meeting is. Did you select a path? Because if you see they're not selecting a path and is your way into 30 days, there's a problem. They should be already thinking about their introduction, their speech, their first speech. And their first speech, no one's going to really critique. It's really about what they want to share. So they should be comfortable in just sharing whatever their story is, whether it's childhood, whether it's current, whether it's a future, work, whatever. Okay, so choose a path, complete level 1, project 1, your icebreaker. Schedule your first meeting. Schedule the first meeting. That's so important. Not just think, okay, maybe I'll do that next time. Okay, I'll come back. No, schedule it. And that way you're held accountable. So the first speech within the first 3 meetings, and assign a pathways buddy. So important. No one wants to be left alone. Maybe sometimes. Like, let me do it. But if you see you're not hearing from them and they're not on the agenda, reach out. I work in HR, and I will say that introduction to the firm is so important. That's 1. And 2, assigning them to a mentor or a buddy it helps their experience, right? They don't want to be left alone. They feel like, oh my God, who do I ask and where do I go? And I don't know where to start. Assign a buddy, okay? The goal is that they give their first speech quickly, whatever that quickly is. I don't know how often you guys meet in your meetings. Every week? Okay, within that month. Every 2 weeks, maybe by the second month, okay? And then here's your second part of the goal. Days 31 to 60, build momentum. Complete remaining level 1 projects. Take a meeting role. Get evaluator feedback. Celebrate. That part. Celebrate. Huge. Everybody wants to know that they're doing a good job. Not just like, yeah, okay, whatever. That was nice. And if you're not sure how to celebrate them, in Basecamp, you can give feedback to your members, right? If you're not giving maybe their certificates of like you completed your level, give them feedback on Basecamp. It's so important to recognize them, celebrate every win. They took on a first role as GE. Wow, that's great. Celebrate them, acknowledge their accomplishments. If they took on a speech or a different role, celebrate them. Who doesn't want to be celebrated? Is that part clear? Are you guys still here with me? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, then we have the next part. The third layer, day 61 to 90, deepen ownership. Begin level 2. Try a leadership role or stretch assignment. Try a leadership role, meaning a general evaluator. Sometimes people are afraid to take those roles for whatever reason. I don't know what feedback I'm supposed to give. Whatever you think about the meeting, did it start on time? And Toastmasters International has these this criteria for the responsibilities of a GE. So, but just give an overview. Did everybody get presented correctly? Did we start on time? Did we end on time? And the main objective of the GE, just kind of an FYI, is to give feedback on the evaluator's feedback. So the GE is kind of like the boss of the evaluators. Did they give insightful feedback? Yes or no? And if they did, okay, we give some words of encouragement so that they can do it the next time around, right? We never want to give negative feedback. We never want to say, oh, you didn't do that correctly. Or I didn't understand what your evaluation was. You want to always give positive feedback so they can continue to want to take on these roles. If you say, no, you did a negative, all these negatives, they're not inclined to take the role again.
Positive reinforcement, I want to say.
Yes, that's right, Lisa. That's what we're here about. We're here for positivity. and have a quick VPE check-in conversation at the 90-day mark. This is what we want to do. Circle back with that member if they're new, or maybe it's the new year and we're circling back and we want to check, okay, where are you? How's it going? How can I support you? Not like, did you finish that project yet? When are you going to be done? We need it. More positivity. Try to reframe the question so they have this enthusiasm, this encouragement, this empowerment to continue to move through these projects. Otherwise, they get lost. They lose momentum and they will fade out. And you probably won't see them again at the meetings. So we want to continue to stay connected. Connection is so key. You want to know that you have someone you can support on. Who doesn't? Okay. So for the level 3s and up, better speaker series. Okay, this is the problem it solves. My members give speeches, but don't actually improve. So here are the challenges maybe you're experiencing at the meetings. Low meeting attendance. When members want extra practice, or when members want, oh, excuse me, I have it twice there, are the between pathway speeches. I want to highly encourage everybody, if you feel like you're not giving enough speeches, or maybe there's too many people, or you want to experience others, visit other clubs. Other clubs love to have new guests. Not to just get them as a member. If that works for you, that's fine too. But they want a variety. So that is not the same people giving speeches. So you get new perspective, new insight, new intel. So how these speeches should be given and what you can get out of the feedback. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Okay, the next one is your successful club series. This is the problem it solves. Our meetings feel disorganized and engagement is low. Officer meetings, officer training, struggling clubs, start off term resets. So does anybody have this experience? If so, I would highly encourage you to take this project on. Successful club series. Okay, this is part of the enhancements. Leadership excellence series. The problem it solves. No one volunteers for officer roles, which is why TI put together these enhancements to enhance experience for everybody. It's the same 3 people doing everything always at every meeting. Members lack confidence. They lack confidence because they're not sure, because there's no connection. They want to stay connected with somebody. Somebody is hoping, they're hoping to hold that.
Can I say something? We were just discussing that in our meeting today. And I think to take the ice and make an icebreaker with the meetings, you can try to make it a fun situation. Maybe like picking roles out of a, little thing. I think the only way to really get into it is to evolve yourself. And I mean, I know it's scary because my first experience, I was so nervous like a chicken. But once I did it, that sweat just blew up. And then the next one, then it went away. And then it's getting better. So I know it's hard. I can only speak about my experience. I'm still in that way because I'm learning this role for me, my new role. But at the same time, I think trying to be inventive and adding things that'll make the members energetic and want to be involved in, I mean, I know, at least for me. So I like that kind of stuff. So I really enjoy my membership with this and I'm learning. So
we are all here learning, and thank you so much for your vulnerability, right? We're not, even though I've been a Toastmaster for 4 years, I feel like I have not stopped learning. We are students of life, right? And we're all learning together. And the best part is when we share like this, when we're vulnerable, we're probably speaking for others who maybe didn't raise a hand and say the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? And so this is why it's so important to just build this type of community that you feel safe and feel comfortable in asking these questions or just being honest, right?
Yep. Yep.
I was scared to take down that speech the first time, but you know what? I got over it. And then
Me
it just
too.
gave me more momentum to do the next one, and so on and so forth. And it continues like that. But if you stay idle for too long, you lose the momentum. And then those negative thoughts start coming. Who are you to do this? You shouldn't be saying this. No one cares. And all, right? That's what comes up. Let's be honest. That's what comes up. But we want to get over that, and we want to build our team and our network and say, we can do this, we can do this, and keep it going. So I would highly encourage you, if you haven't, if you having these challenges in your club, maybe take on the Excellence series. Okay, so here's your project progression: skill development, personalized learning paths, motivated and accountable. We want to motivate our members. And like Lisa said, make it fun. Learning is better when it's fun, it's interactive, it's engaging. Nobody just wants to sit there and like,
Excuse me.
want to make it as fun and engaging as possible. And you know, the other thing I learned, be okay with being imperfect. Nobody wants to see anybody perfect. If you're going to mess up, be okay with that. Like, oops, okay, just keep it going. Just keep it flowing. No one's here to say, oh, did you see Jackie? Jackie just, no. We're here to encourage and support you. So it's okay to mess up, but be okay with messing up, right? Don't get too critical on yourself. Sometimes we tend to do that on our own, okay? So it should always be a progression. So quick actions: log in, access your account, choose your path, and start your learning. That is my overall deck to share with you today. I'm going to stop sharing just because I want to address if there's any questions, and I'm going to try and bring up my Toastmasters profile so that I can help anybody with the base camp. So, Christina, do you want to engage with the audience while I bring up my Toastmasters?
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks for everyone's participation. One of the questions while you're working on that, Kim, is are you able to share the presentation? Is that a possibility?
Oh,
The
yeah,
audience is-
I can add. So if you want the presentation deck, I can share. If you can just send me your by email, send me, or put it here in the chat, put your email address, and that way I can send you the deck. Happy to do that.
Okay.
And did we get some clarity on what the questions are in terms of pathways? What specifically, is it pathways or is it base camp that the question, that there's a struggle? Let me go back to my sharing my screen. Okay.
I got a question. So when I first started, I chose my path and stuff, and I was doing things on Toastmasters International. So it's better to do it to log in with like the district for that. I wasn't sure. So at first I did international, then I did toastmasters.org. Does that information connect, or is it separate?
What information connect for your free toast, or your, I'm sorry, repeat the question. What is?
So to go to base camp, I started in that, and
Okay.
it was Toastmasters International, I think. I didn't go on toastmasters.org.
It's the same site.
That's what
base camp.
okay.
Yeah, it's right here. So
Yes,
let me
that's
just
what I
go
was
back.
doing.
So if I go back to the home page, this is my
Okay.
home page.
Yep.
Right here is your base camp.
Yep.
Okay, this is where you're going to find all your projects or your levels and everything. And I'm just going to do a quick share here about for your feedback. If you want to celebrate your member, if you want to give them feedback on how they're doing, this is where you put it. Okay, and if you're a member of a few clubs, You want to give feedback, and you select your club, whichever that club is. And this is your feedback. And these are if you want to give them a specific logo here, topics, or if it's just a generic one, you can also do that too. So this is the way that they can see it. And you can put it so that it's visible to all club members so that they see, oh, look at here, I did well. And everybody's seeing that I did well. I love that. So unless you want to just be private and just to that member, whatever it is. So that's how you give feedback. Okay. So you just pick your club. It's all here in Basecamp. Okay. So pathways, these are your paths and learnings. And you can go into whichever project you're on. Let me see if I go to leadership development. And I'm on my level 4. Is there a specific question that I can address that someone has about Basecamp? Or do you maybe have a question about picking your path?
Hi, this is Deborah. Maybe you can go through those levels that you just showed then.
Okay,
Go back to that, please. Thank you. You're going through level 1, showing the aspect of level 1, then 2, then 3, and 4, so that they can complete the path, please.
Okay, so here is absolutely. And here is my project that I had to complete for level 1. Okay. So your icebreaker speech, that's the first one. For every path that you choose, you always start off with your icebreaker speech, right? And then your evaluation. Okay, let me go here. This shows this level is complete. Let me hang up. Path introduction. Writing the speech with purpose and legacy. Introduction. Everything is here. I'm going to also say that sometimes if you have question on like what exactly am I supposed to complete for level 1, it is all within the Basecamp. You can use this, right? Just click on whatever you need to click on to make sure like, okay, what do I need to do here? And it will tell you. These videos here will tell you exactly what you're going to experience for your project, right? What the criteria is. Just go through these, put it in full screen, and just kind of click through them so that you know exactly what should be included in your speech. Does that make sense? It's a webinar, basically. It's just showing you what they think that you can put in your speech to make it really well for that specific project. And I will also say, if you're stuck in saying, I'm not really sure what to give in my speech and how do I work? Use AI. Use AI. Here's your permission slip. Use AI to help you to create your speech. It is amazing. It is amazing. Give it a little bit of feedback of what you're trying to accomplish, and you will have a speech, and then continue to feed into it what you want in your speech so that it becomes yours and not just, produced by a machine. Does that make sense?
How does one go to do that to find out if you want to maybe correct your speech and enhance it or something? How would you go to AI? Because I've never used that before.
So okay, so let's see if we can do this. So I'm going to go in chat, and I'm going to say I need a speech, or let's do icebreaker speech for Toastmasters. And it's going to tell me exactly what, because I've been feeding into it, it knows exactly what I wanted to say. And if this doesn't match what I wanted to say, then I just go ahead and say, no, that's not what I want.
But this is on the website where I go to find the chat GPT. I'm saying that for somebody who doesn't know anything about that, because I've never used anything with AI.
So this is a supplement. It's not part of Toastmasters International.
Okay.
I'm giving your permission pass to use resources outside of Toastmasters International, because the reason why I'm sharing this with you, some people, I've seen some Toastmasters feel stuck, like, I don't know what to talk about. I'm not really sure what what I should be sharing and what
Right.
makes sense. Use the resources that the world is giving us. AI,
Right.
ChatGPT is just one. There's so many others out there. So if this helps you, go for it. And if you like it, make sure that it's relatable, and you can tell it. You can say, I want this to be in my voice and tone. And it will now, because I've instructed it so much, I've used it so much, it will use my tone, the words that I normally use, and it will tell me exactly how I want to give my speech. And then I look at it and I review it. And if there's something in there that I don't love, I copy that, put it here, and say, I don't love this. Let's rephrase that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are all tools and resources that can supplement your and enhance your Toastmasters experience.
Mm-hmm.
That way you don't feel stuck. So VPEs, if you have a member who says, I don't know what to talk about, if I don't know where to go, encourage them to use ChatGPT. Show them this is a great way to start. And if you're a club officer, here it is. Okay, so for president, what is my role as a club president? It's going to tell you exactly what the roles and responsibilities are. You lead, you lead, you lead. Okay? Your culture builder, your connector, you're the coach. It tells you here. But the reason why this this AI tool is so robust with the information is because I've been asking. I've been asking, and I feed it, and I gather sources from other tools. So it knows a lot of my questions already. So I've already built it to help support me. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure that you're feeding and asking, and ask as many questions, and it will give you those answers. I hope this was helpful. Does anybody, I hope I get given clarity. I know we're here at 5 minutes, but does anybody have any other questions? I walked a little bit about Basecamp. There are no tricks, really. There's nothing hidden. You really just have to go take time to navigate.
Who's that? Who is yet to come inside? Huh?
Okay, so this is really where you're going to
Girl.
find out what's next. Because you can see here, I have to complete these, and it's just going to take you through the videos. Go full screen and just click on them. That's all you need to do. That it's that easy, but again, it takes time for you have to put in time to be able to really appreciate it. And even then, sometimes, yes, Toastmasters can be a little glitchy because it's slower pace, but patience and time will take you very far. Does anybody else have any questions before we wrap up here?
I have one question.
Hmm?
I recently went back to Pathways. I had not been in it for a while. There's been some additional changes. Now, what you just showed is what I was used to, and I was looking for it, but I could not find it now. The overview. Was
Okay.
that modified?
No, I think you may be able to find it if you just go back to the top and click on whichever tile you have here, which I don't know what path you have. Click
No, I get that. Go to where it shows the review of what is required for the particular level. Yes, that. The
that.
checklist and completion.
Yep.
They changed something, how you answer before you start your project and how you answer after you have completed it. I can't
Oh,
find that.
the wander and wonder, right? Is that
Yes.
true? Okay. So within your should be here. Okay, so this is for anybody here. Here's your required meeting rules for level 1. Okay, this is
Mhm.
what it's going to tell you to do. Path forward. And your checklist. Here it is. Your questions, your reflection questions. So if you get to the top, your checklist and completion, scroll down. Here's your reflection questions.
Oh, so it's there now. Don't look for that drop down that was there previous.
It could be in, maybe it's hidden. You have to click on one of these arrows. But if you don't see it on the top, just scroll to the
Yes.
bottom and there should be there, your reflection questions.
All right, I'll try that.
Okay? Anybody else have any
Thank
questions?
you.
Of course. Okay, and if no one else has a question, and there's a lot of chats. I see 57 in the chats. Anything else that I can help you with before we wrap up? Thank you also for being here. Thank you so much for participating and engaging with me. Was this helpful to you? Is there any specific questions that you have that I haven't addressed? If so, you are more than welcome to email me. I would love to get to hear your experience and get to know what the questions are. If you found this helpful, I'd love to know. If you have additional questions, like if you leave this training session and say to yourself, oh, I still have more questions, let me know. So that way, when I have the next training, that I can support you. And I'm going to do one thing more. I'm going to share here. I'm going to ask you if you can just give me a survey, complete a survey here, and tell us how did we do? How did we do? And here's my contact information. Send me your email if there's a specific question you want me to address the next time. And the next time that we will be having this training will be in April. So not March, in April. April and then June. So it'll be April 8th, I believe. And so if you can send me your questions in advance, and that way I can address them. I'd love to hear your feedback. Anything else before we wrap up here? How about in the chat, Christina? Are we good? Are there any questions?
Yeah, we had a great conversation and dialogue. I think you hit all the points. There were just some questions about logging into Basecamp and, one team, one dream, everybody helping everyone out. So it's been really nice to see the support for everybody.
Okay, good. I'm glad. And listen, I'm happy to help you out here. Sometimes it takes a little bit of holding hands, right? I can walk you through it, but tell me what you would like to see. What specifically? Going through Basecamp that's very broad. Tell me specifically what you would like to focus on, and then we can address it at the next meeting. So be very specific so I can support you guys.
It may be a little difficult for someone that is new to tell you what they're looking for in Basecamp because they don't know what to tell you. If you could go through, this is how you go into Basecamp. If you want to go to level 1, you're clicking in it, you're going through a level to complete it so that they can see it, may be beneficial.
Okay, that's a great point. So I can address that next time. And if you guys are wanting to know from A to Z, like how do I get to Basecamp, or maybe take it one step back, how do I pick a path? I can walk you through that. It's just helpful for me to know in advance. This specific training was supposed to be specific for the VPEs so that I could support them in the role. But if the next time around, the members want me to go through pathways and picking out a path and Basecamp and navigation, happy to do that. But I need to hear from you so that way I can dedicate some time specifically for you. Does that make sense? Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for being here. You guys have a great evening and happy Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Christina, can you hang on just one
Thank
second?
you.
You're welcome.
Oh, you took it down.
Okay. did I miss? Hi, Andrea. Bye, Andrea. Did I miss anybody, Chrisana, in terms of um uh contact information? Did I miss?
I copied the list for the
Okay,
presentation, so I'm going to
fantastic.
email it to you in a minute.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great
just give me
because
one second.
there's a lot of chats here. I see it's 50 something.
I'm all caught up. I got you.
Oh, okay, got it?
Yeah. Could you
Okay,
send the
fantastic.
evaluation form? Do we? That's the link from. Yeah, they have to log into Pathways first to get the evaluation form.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
They have to log into, well, they can do a manual. They can print it and
Oh,
then
that's true.
scan it.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's two ways. It's you can use the old way, which to be honest, I still do sometimes. I print everything.
I
And
think. Yeah. We
so,
just
but
start getting clipboards of everything.
yes.
Do you want to start
Lorraine, did
recording?
we answer your questions? Did you need anything else? Did we answer your questions?
Hi
Oh, I think
there.
you're muted.
With Pathways, well, first of all, I'm not a fan of Pathways. I will admit that.
Okay.
Okay. And I've been in Toastmasters since last century. I got 2 DTMs, but for myself right now, I just feel that I gotta go through all this crap to submit it and to do this and to click here. And everyone keeps telling me, oh, it's getting easier. Well, I think I got a roadblock in my brain when it comes to Pathways. We're doing the projects, but right now I got to tell you, between my 3 clubs, I got 85 projects to submit.
Oh.
And there, Evelyn Marrero, she's gonna work with me, and Doriano, I'm gonna owe them a couple of lunches and dinners and a vacation or something to go through this. Before COVID, I used to go to the library with one of my club members, and we would be in the library with 2 computers and headphones, and we would go through it. And then afterwards, it's just I mean, I will tell you, as far as like the projects go, to me, it's all the same.
Mhm.
Whether it's engaging humor or team development or whatever, it's all the same projects. Whereas with the manuals were more specific and focused. Okay, engaging humor, there's nothing funny in it. When you do the humorously speaking one, it tells you leave it with a laugh or telling a story or something. So I feel that it was more specific. When I did engage in humor, like they had something on the interview, preparing for the interview and other things like that, I had to add my own humor to it because I was out of work for a year and I had stupid interviews.
Okay.
But whereas humorously speaking, it gives you a target or focus on what to do. And like there was the other one that had like the 2 parts reading presentation. I don't I see in Pathways that they spread out like the communication, the first 10 speeches. I see that that's spread out, but I felt more comfortable when it was just one manual because you could see the skill building along the way, where it's here and there, and it's inspire your audiences over here and connect with your audiences over there. I feel I feel a little stuck. So in a couple of weeks, I will be meeting with them and we will have to go through it step by step. I guess we're going to meet in a library or something with our laptops and go through it step by step because we're doing the projects in my club. We're doing the projects, but you know, the AG and the DG is like, well, if y'all are doing the projects and we got the agendas, how come no one's I'm not submitting anything for the speeches? And that's because I get stuck, I get confused. I got to start over from base camp, this,
Oh.
and then yeah, step by step. And really, I just, again, I'm not a fan of Pathways. I think they could have done a better job. And then just as I was thinking I was going to understand it, now we have Legacy and the first 6. Toastmasters, they need to get their act together and give me something that's going to be concrete. Work on it, get it done, and then roll it out. You know, as far as I was concerned, the advanced manuals, if it wasn't broke, why are you trying to fix it?
Well, it works for some people, and they got to make sure that it works for everybody. So that was the goal, the objective when they did the enhancements. So some people were stuck, and some people felt like it was perfectly fine. And so they want to make sure that it's the consensus is working for everybody.
Well, I attend trainings all around the country. Okay. And the fact that we are still confused after having pathways all these years, that you're still doing, well, this is base camp, and this is where you click for level one, and this is where the fact that there's still nationwide confusion over it, we have to do a better job because it's getting frustrating. I like Toastmasters, I like doing the projects, I like it when I was working with the conferences and everything else, but when they come after me and say, oh, you can do this to get a DTM. I don't want to do that. I'll get up to level 5 and I'll go on to another pathway. Okay, rather than for me, it's frustrating and aggravating. I think the newer people, because they don't know about the legacy program, I think the newer people, this is all they know.
Hmm.
They got to make it work.
Right. They don't have any comparison. Correct. Agreed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that as life goes on, right, we know that nothing stays the same, nothing remains the same. It'll change constantly, right? And this is one of the Toastmasters rollouts that they added this layer. And I'm sure in a few years, there's going to be something else new as AI becomes more, utilized. So there's always going to be something changing. We just got to make sure that we're prepared for it. So my words of advice, Lorraine, don't stay too far behind, because then it will be like, oh my God, what's going on here? So try little in doses, do a little, learn a little, do a little, learn a little, do a little. And that's what I would encourage you to do. But and then continue to answer your question, ask your questions here, right? So you get people who are on the same path as you, like, yeah, me too. And what question can we ask next? That helps so that you're
Yeah.
not doing it alone.
Yeah, because I'm still surprised. I attended the trainings in California, North Carolina, and Florida, and it's still the same thing. We're still stuck somewhere. And and I've seen the videos, but you're gonna have to start all over again at Pathway 101 and work your way up, because there are some of us that we're doing the work, but it's not being submitted. And that's not fair to my AG or my DG, because those points add up for us to become distinguished club, which adds up for them. So I'm trying to make a concerted effort to do it for them,
Yeah.
because as far as I'm concerned, the work is done. But if I'm not submitting it, I'm not being fair to my members, and I'm not being fair to the AG and DG who are looking to make points. So that's where I am. I'm doing it for them. As for me, I could keep on doing the projects. When they announced pathways, I bought all the advanced manuals, 4 CC manuals and 2 CL manuals, because I like the Competent Leadership Manual, because you got feedback and credit for the 21 projects that you did in meeting roles. I don't see that anymore, and I see that you get credit for the meeting roles in the club, but we got credit for organize a special event and doing other things like that. Now it's like, oh, you're going to do a podcast. I don't want to do a podcast. I just like giving the speeches and the entertainment of the speeches and the feedback of the speeches. It looks like Pathways wants to lead us into becoming professional speakers. That's not the direction I want to head it. I want to give a great toast. I want to tell a great story. And like in 2 of my clubs, the people are like, no, we don't want to do a contest. We just want to do this. But at least they're starting to attend the contest so that they can see. And right now, they overwhelmed us with club officers training and contest training at the same time. It was just it was just a bit, because I'm trying to tell people, okay, I found this 1 hour training, you can do that. And I found a 1 hour training here, you can do that. But then when I tell them, okay, let's go do the contestant training, that was a whole different ball game. And especially since they wanted to do the contest in person, 3 degrees, but they weren't coming out.
Yeah. No, listen, I get it. Chrisana and I were part of speech contest yesterday, and today we're doing the Pathways workshop. And tomorrow I have another speech contest to be a part of. So I get it. Nothing stands still. That's the only thing. Like, everything continues to move, even though we're like not finished with completing one thing. So just maybe kind of embrace that life is still happening while we're trying to figure things out. But and I would encourage you to work with Evelyn and Doriano and and those folks who can help you get those. Because don't you want, here's the other takeaway I want to share. Don't you want to just release that? Like it's done. Like I would want to say that part is done. I no longer have to worry about that. And I can now move on and do my speeches as I want to. And not feel like this meant tremendous pressure of like, oh my God, I have to give like whatever amount of credits and just so that's
No.
just another way to think about it. But
No, I'm not worried about that. That's not the pressure. They're rewiring my entire building, so my apartment is a mess. It looks like a warehouse, and I'm preparing to retire. That's another mess.
understand.
So,
There's priorities. I get you. That's it. See,
but I am going to try to do it for the AG and the DG. And whatever I don't, that's the other thing. I spoke to Toastmasters International, and they said I can submit it up to like the level 5 for June 30th. And then after that, I can submit the other ones.
Okay. Yeah. So you can break it up. Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally get that. I listen, Lorraine, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to be your accountability partner. By the next pathway training, I want to hear that you have already submitted whatever, let's say 5. Let's say 5. The next pathway training, Lorraine is committing to 5 that she's already assigned and completed. It's over and done with. Can we say that?
Yeah, you can say it.
I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to hold you to it, Lorraine, okay?
All right. Well, thank you very much. And I'm Joan Abrahams wants you to mail her the evaluation.
Okay, did we get her contact information, Christina?
Yeah, I think she had sent the her email address in the chat before.
Okay, so then if she did, then Christina got it and I'll get it to her. And she wants the deck from today?
Yeah, she wants the thing today, that little box that you had. I
Yep.
finally figured out I got it on my phone, so I'm gonna try to submit it to you that way.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you for being here, Lorraine. Thank you, Christina. And Christina, I'm gonna need your evaluation for this so that I can get it, the speech credit. See,
Okay.
how it
Good
works.
night. Happy Valentine's
Bye,
Day.
bye, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Lorraine. Bye. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.